time to review another NES game. This time, it'll be a totally random selection. Let's see what we have here. Cycross, dumb motorcycle game. It's got a Tron ripoff. No, it's not it. Let's see. Totally random. Last Starfighter. I would never review this. Okay, totally random. Gotta be a better random game than that. Gotta be a better random game. Side Pocket, billiards, 9-ball. Oh, that's exciting. No. Something more random, more randomer, more gooder. Okay, let's see what we can get. That's yeah, random game. Yes. Oh yeah, Sqoon. This is the totally random game I'm gonna play. Come on, don't look at me like that. It sounded like you didn't click on the video and see what it was going to be by the title. Yep, totally random. Sqoon. Sqoon, published in 1987 by IREM and developed by Home Data, known for such titles like Sqoon. Hey, where's the U after the Q as required by the English language? Damn illiteracy. As we see from the title screen, this looks like it could be a bizarre game and... Whoa. Title screen titties. Here's the story. Aliens from Neptune are running out of food, so they've traveled to Earth and melted the polar ice caps to flood the Earth and capture humans to process them as man-ham. This is also the plot to the last Fast and Furious film. So who else to save the day but a pirate named Narakeen and his pink sub named Sqoon? Yep, here we go! In your Sqoon sub, this horizontal shooter consists of you using missiles and ice ball bombs to take out enemies. The types of enemies you'd expect to see here won't be much of a surprise. You have crabs, seahorses, catface shrimp, purple rockfish from hell, clones of that green haunting dude, those gaudy spiral Christmas ornaments that my grandparents used to have on their tree. Okay, I take that back. It's a little out there. But most of the enemies are average, like these underwater snails that are so annoying. Escargot! Away. Controls are tight enough to avoid all of this underwater danger, so you think that alone this would be enough of a challenge. However, a very nice design element adds a touch of originality and constant danger. The Sqoon sub runs on fuel, of which you only have 60 seconds worth before it runs out and you die at the bottom of the sea. You have to constantly be aware of this timer and be on the lookout to always refuel. So, how to do that? Remember all that strange man-ham that aliens want to eat? There are factories storing the humans throughout the levels that you can attack via ice bombs. If you hit the sweet spot, several humans will fly out into the ocean where you can pick them up in your sub. Sort of like the game Defender, but in reverse. These rescued white hostages, we'll just call them whiteys for short, can be exchanged for fuel. But how do you do that? The first way is to bomb a crab, which will turn into a shiny piece of gold. If you pick it up, a ferry will arrive on top of the water, where you can then go up to it and then release a single hostage by pressing the B button several times. A fuel symbol will then drop, which you can grab to restore your timer back to 60 again. But be careful, because for some dumb reason this magic crab will mutate back to its normal form from the gold after only a second or two. Come on! Fluffer crab cake. The second way to have a ferry show up is less risky, but takes more time to accomplish. To do that, you have to pack your sub with 9 rescued whiteys. Wow! My little pink sub sure can handle a lot of men. After 9 is picked up, the ferry will come out automatically, but will not drop fuel until you release all the whiteys. But not only will this get you refueled, but your sub will receive a weapon upgrade with a more powerful missile. And if you do it a second time, you'll receive a spread missile attack. And these power-ups will be needed as the levels increase in difficulty and more enemies will appear on screen at the same time, with some taking multiple hits before they go down. There's so many enemies on screen that at some points you will experience extreme NES slowdown. Some of the worst that I've ever encountered on this system. Slow down. At about this time, you're probably asking yourself, besides, why is this review still going on? What's up with those sharks that are constantly swimming around the sub? You can shoot them for points, but they'll keep coming back to receive more punishment, just like at SeaWorld. Oh, local San Diego humor. You'll soon discover that the reason that these parasites stick around is potentially for a free lunch. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So that horrific imagery aside, you'll plod along through 8 levels throughout the world in such places like India, Egypt, China. Nice, drowned panda, that's fun for the kids. There's even Iceland, all underwater. Do you see what happens when you don't listen to Al Gore? Strangely, Stage 6 is supposed to be Greece according to the manual, but it either has God Save the Queen or My Country 'Tis of Thee as its theme. So either the instruction manual writers were wrong, or the programmers skipped their world culture class. First English grammar, now this! Now there's nothing wrong with community college. Each of the stages ends with a challenging minefield, which, if you're epileptic, you should avoid bombing. Just about every NES game has a seizure warning in its manual, and now I can see exactly why. This is almost as bad as a Jersey Shore dance club. You'll then come to an enemy base that you'll have to bomb to move on, while also avoiding a bunch of enemies. Ah, toads! And titties! That's right, you'll see the same strung out Ariel from the title screen show up. I guess she couldn't move on from being a child star and became a daytime stripper? What? I used to strip in the daytime. There's no shame in that. How do you think I could afford Panic Restaurant? After defeating the 8th stage, the game will restart on the 1st, complete with a strange effect that looked like the game reset itself. What is that? If you're good at shooters and know what you're doing, Sqoon should take you about 30 minutes to complete. That's right, Junior, the game just loops. The challenge of Sqoon is pretty high, but thankfully there's a chance to get at least one extra life on each level, usually by passing by a church. Oh no, Nintendo of America mis-censoring a cross! No! As well as collecting items like a smiley face, surfer dude, and yeah, that dead drowned panda. Being a fairly early NES game, you shouldn't expect high-octane graphics, but it's passable and cute, with the technical limitations like the slowdown spoken about before. Sqoon may appear a bit primitive, but it's a unique spin on the shooter genre that has a high degree of challenge that you'll encounter under the sea. Uh-oh.
Under the sea! Under the sea! Sail past the clam and rescue some manhunt cutters of land and look a dead panda to undersea cities and shoot at some titties under the sea!